Welcome to Building Fortunes Radio. Make sure you check us out at buildingfortunesradio.com. Along with our marketing partners, we're here to help our PM Marketing Network Lead customers build their businesses and make the world a better place. At Building Fortunes, we know how much your business means to you and the people important to you. So spread the word, tell a friend, join our newsletter, and go make a difference in your world. Now on to our show with your host, Peter Mingles.
Hello, everyone. Peter Mingles here. You're listening to us live on Building Fortunes Radio. This is a really super special show for us because we're live at a different time. And the reason why we're live at a different time is because of our two guests. And the reason why we have our two guests on the phone live at this time is because we want to share with you some of their experiences that they just had as a result of the success they have achieved and certainly worked for in their home-based business. But for some people who might be unfamiliar with my voice, my name is Peter Mingles, and we own Building Fortunes Radio, and we wanted to shine a spotlight on people doing the right things in home-based businesses. There's all different types of entrepreneurs out there. You could open up a brick-and-mortar store. Many of our listeners have those. You could be in MLM. You could be an affiliate marketer. You could do something on your own. We celebrate, if you will, people that take charge of their own economy and they effectively build their home-based businesses however they do. And you're going to hear from two very successful, really nice people that exemplify what it's like to effectively build a home-based business. Now, what makes this really kind of unique is that we rarely do live radio shows when people are at airports, but they are at an airport right now in a country called Dubai, and they just are coming home from 1 week of an all-expense-paid trip that their company provided for them based on their achievements. So this is kind of neat because it's kind of like hearing the prize at the end of the rainbow. You know, what you really work so hard for when you get involved in this industry. So we're going to tell you a little bit about them, but we're also going to share a little bit about their week's experience and all the types of things that they were able to do as per their company as a result of their hard work and determination in helping themselves and a whole bunch of other people. So I know we're going to have a little bit of background noise because they're at a busy airport. They're in Dubai. Dubai is like on the other side of the world, if you will. They have a 16-hour flight on one of the flights from where they are now in Dubai over to Houston, and then they're going to split up and go their respective ways. So this is kind of like a little far away, but it was certainly worth doing this. And I'm kind of glad we're doing our radio show on the tail end of their trip because, they're probably tired, and it's a different time zone. It's plus 9 hours. It's actually 9 hours ahead of schedule. So they've had a really, really, really long day, but that will probably only slightly diminish their level of enthusiasm for the things they're going to be talking about right now. Now, the very first person I want to bring on is Lisa Mercier. Mercier is spelled Mercier, and you can actually go to buildingfortunesradio.com, look for the guests, and look for her radio shows. She's got two with us. One of them is on the business, and the other one is on coaching and prayers, which really makes Lisa a very special person in our heart as well. But, Lisa, can you tell us a little bit about, you can mention a little bit about yourself, certainly, but talk to us about this great trip that you had as a result of the achievements that you made with the company that you're with.
Hey, Peter. It's a pleasure to be able to come on tonight. It's actually almost 2 in the morning here in Dubai, and we've been up I've been up since 8 a.m., and we've got a really long day ahead of us. So, as you said, we are tired. We've had an amazing day, though. We've had a jam-packed trip. We've done so many amazing things, and I'm actually going to let Heather speak on what we've done. The part that I'm going to speak on is I'm newly separated, and so I was bringing my dad to Dubai with me, and he met us in Dallas and ended up getting sick and wasn't able to come with us to Dubai, so I was actually coming by myself. And to be honest, to go to Dubai by myself was a little scary. And what was really cool is that the company, none of them are on my team. every single one of them pretty much was a stranger to me until I met them on this trip. And now I feel like they're all family. And I love Heather to bits. Like, I feel like she's going to be a soul sister of mine. We worked out together. She introduced me to CrossFit. I can't wait to put that into play into my life and put my health to the next level. But honestly, for me, it's the family environment that I've been able to have on this trip. And this trip could have been the most loneliest trip of my life, I believe. But instead, I feel like it was the most impactful, most peaceful, most loving trip I've ever been on. So wow. I'm going to introduce Heather. Like I said, she's just amazing. She's a little spitfire. I don't know, I just love her so much. She's just has the biggest personality, and she's growing fast in this company. And so I'm going to let her introduce what she experienced in Dubai.
We're working on one phone, guys, just so you know. Hi. Hey, Heather, I just explained to our listening audience we're working on one phone. So thanks. So so if there's a little bit of an interruption, of course, you guys are moving back and forth, and you might have some background noise as well. You know, I did not know that Lisa was traveling alone. She's been waking me up at 4. I've been up at 4, 5, or 6 in the morning my time when she's been texting me back and forth, trying to arrange these types of things, and she never mentioned about her dad. I didn't know that she was alone, so thanks for taking care of her for sure. And tell us a little bit about Heather and, you know, what you guys have been going through. And like I said, I know that you're probably a little tired. It's almost 2 in the morning where you are, maybe about that, and you've had a long day already, and then you got to wait for a long flight. So talk to us, Heather. Talk to us.
Well, first and foremost, thank you for letting me share. And I just wanted to say Lisa was never alone. As soon as all of her circumstance happened, we rallied around, and that's just who we are. We are one. And I'm going to brag on her for a second because it's under 2 years for her, and she's already grown this business to 100,000 in volume in 1 calendar month, which is 30 days. And that's how you achieve this trip with our company, and you have to do it back to back. With that being said, she's done it in under 2 years, and that's huge for our company. We've had less than 80 people take this trip and earn that rank with our company, so she's a fast track and such a humble spirit, and I've enjoyed getting to know her. But back to the company, this is the 8th free trip that I've earned with the company, and I hate it when people say it's an all-expense-paid vacation. Yes, that's what it is, but we all work really, really hard helping other people achieve their goals first, and that's how we get to where we're going, is we lock arms and we go to the top together. But our company blew our mind. When I had mentioned on social media outlets that we were coming to Dubai, first of all, I was astonished at the people that had heard of it, because I only had heard of it because of a famous TV show, and never thought that I would be there experiencing it. And like I've said on this trip, so many people make a bucket list and have no intentions on taking the steps or the actions and cashing in on those things. It's just an ideal that maybe, you know, they'll achieve greatness someday, and maybe there's a someday. But this is actually something that we put on a vision board. We took action steps, and we cast a vision for our people, and now we're here, and we just experienced it. But anyways, there were several people that piped on and said, you know, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. Well, lo and behold, our company didn't leave a stone unturned. Of those things, we went on a cruise through what they call a creek. Back home, it isn't a creek. It's actually like an arm to the ocean here in the Persian Gulf. We went to an Arabian desert. We rode camels. We kissed camels. We had dancers come out to us. We had our own private buffet in the desert. We went dune bashing, and it literally was the experience of a lifetime. Plus, we had 5-star accommodations at the Atlantis Resort, had incredible meals. And what's so unique about this is our company's moving and grooving pretty quickly, and this gave us all time just to slow it down a notch, to collaborate with each other, because that's what we do in network marketing. We network with other people. We talked about this morning, Lisa and I, and this is a quote that goes around, and it should go around for every life lifestyle change that you make or any goal that you make, know that there's going to be another devil at the next level. And it's these relationships, it's these collaborations that are going to help you become the person that you need to become to face the next battle that you're going to go through. Network marketing has the word work in it for a reason. You have to work, you have to develop, you have to, achieve a mindset and a skill. And our company just goes above and beyond for creating greatness. So that was a little bit about our experience. It's been 7 days of literally a magical, mystical feeling here in Dubai. The people have been so kind, so warm, so accepting, and it's been the most surreal experience that any of us ever imagined getting to experience. And
I want to play with this. Yeah, I want to play with this example just a little bit. So I'm going to kind of pick a little bit on Heather, just a little bit. You ready?
Yeah.
Heather, you live in Salina. I think it was Salina, Oklahoma.
Salina, Oklahoma. Yeah.
Salina, like there's not many tall buildings in Salina, Oklahoma. Your
Absolutely not.
Your kids show pigs, like they show pigs. So you're about as country as it gets. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean by trying to tease on you just a little bit. So you went from where you were, like, kind of flat, kind of country, kind of all that sort of stuff, to Dubai. Like, Dubai. Can you tell me?
People talked about nightclubs. Okay, so people talked about nightclubs, Peter, here in the city of Dubai. And I was like, our version of a nightclub is the cows outside our window because we have feedlots. And that's our version. I mean, literally, we have less than 3,000 people in our town. And literally, I am probably the second person in the state of Oklahoma that I know that has traveled to Dubai that is in my social circle. And it's only the only person that I know it's because of this company. So riding camels from feedlots and running a child around, absolutely mind-blowing, right?
Yeah, I would think so. And chances are the sights that you saw ordinarily when you were traveling around Dubai were probably a little bit different. Like the cars might have been a little bit different. The people might have been a little bit different. So go ahead.
So the town is so futuristic. Literally, the sky is not the limit here in Dubai. They have the money to imagine any dream that they imagine comes to fruition because money isn't an obstacle here in Dubai. They just built a frame that was over $8 million. As it's like a lifting experience. It takes you to the top so you can view the city. And back at home, that's not how it is. So we have learned the sky is not the limit. We went to the tallest building in the world and got to experience just the forward thinking of this country. And you're right, the cars, we saw maybe one truck on the road, aside from the dune-bashing vehicles, and the rest were, luxury vehicles. And it just blew my mind, the amount of the Dubai that we see today is not the Dubai that we're going to see even next year or the next 10 years. They have great promise for the future, and they work nonstop around the clock to get their visions completed and on time and beyond any expectation that was ever set for themselves.
So when you went there, it was kind of like any limitations that you would have had self-imposed have been blown away. Like, oh my gosh, all of this is possible. Stuff you never even thought about, at a level you never even thought about. And not just in one place. It wasn't like, on this one corner there was this. It all over the place. The whole city was like this and growing.
Yeah.
So by comparison, it was a really nice thing to open up your mind. Now, what about for yourself by going on the trip? If there's a human way to make it possible, would you ever miss another one of these trips?
Absolutely not. We have the opportunity to buy back in. Of course, they take you for free the first year, and I want to come back. I want to experience the growth. I want to experience the impact that these people have on each other. And this is what entrepreneurs work for every day. This is what we coach. This is what we tell people, that the sky's the limit, that only you can get in your mind and tell you that you can't. And literally, that's the living mantra here in Dubai. You can do anything you set your mind to. It's a feeling that can't even be, passed on to the next person. There's going to be experiences that I'm going to be talking about for years to come, and it's going to be completely interpreted in a different way. Just because my transfer of belief can't possibly impact someone the way that living it in person can.
Excellent. We're going to do this. We're going to take a little commercial break. If Lisa wants to jump back on after this, she certainly can.
Yeah.
But you're listening to Heather Cates, and we have Lisa Mercier. We'll be right back.
Thanks for listening to Building Fortunes Radio. If you sell a product or service, then you should check out PMMarketing'sNetworkLeads.com.
Awesome.
Just visit www.networkleads.com. For over 18 years, PM Marketing has helped distributors build their home-based businesses through lead generation, website development, automated email delivery systems, and sales training. If you're looking for a way to increase your skills and increase the number of people that see your product or opportunity, NetworkLeads.com can help. To learn more, visit www.networkleads.com. Ask about their lead management system, capture pages, personalized websites, MLM training, humongous blogs, the humongous classified ad network, Building Fortunes Radio, or their webinar schedule. NetworkLeads.com can be your one-stop shop for everything you need. And now, back to our show.
And we are back. Peter Mingles here. We're on Building Fortunes Radio. I mentioned at the beginning of our radio show this would be a really special one. Number one, we have two really special people on. Number two, we're doing a live show, and we usually don't do a live show during this period of time. But number three, they're on their way back from Dubai after a really great company-paid-for trip. So I don't know if we have Lisa back yet. Lisa, you back?
Yes, we got Lisa back. Yep.
Excellent. Okay, good. So you heard probably what Heather was talking about relative to some of the questions that I was asking. Did you want to add anything in?
Yes. You know what? What the coolest thing for me is I've traveled a lot of places, and Dubai was never on my bucket list for sure until this company. And to be honest, I actually stayed at a lower rank for a while because I didn't know that there was a trip attached to the executive rank. And because I'm not money driven, I'm experience driven. And so when I found out that I could earn this trip, it was January of last year, I found out I could earn it, and I made a poster with a picture of Dubai on it and basically congratulating myself for winning or earning this free trip. And 4 months later, I earned the free trip. And so what's cool about being here is that I didn't even know I wanted to be here, and that's only 11 months ago that I found out about this place. And now that I'm here, it's my favorite place in the world. It honestly is. I can't wait to come back. I'm definitely going to buy in next year and bring my son. I regret not bringing my son. This has just been unbelievable. And honestly, it's I can't even explain how amazing it is. The beach, for instance, it's the ocean, but because they have all these little islands, it's actually like a lake. So it's peaceful, and there's no like crashing waves, but it's actually the ocean. And so I've never felt so peaceful in my life, and there's actually tons of concrete all around, but somehow this place just has this feeling of calmness, and I've never felt so calm and peaceful in my life, to be honest with you. And so that's one thing. And then just the idea that, you put your mind to something, you can easily have it. Every single person in our company can earn this trip for next November, like every single person. And I can't wait. I believe I hope to have at least 10 people here in November, and so that I could be here and see the magic in their eyes and see how amazing they see it as. I just can't wait.
So tell me, what was it like to kiss a camel? That's what we're waiting for.
Well, what's funny is they have this big, cute pink mask on their nose. So it's not slobbery or gross. It's kind of like kissing a dog, really. It's not that big. It's no different.
The highlight of the trip, the camel. All right. So relative to those, did you have any kind of like really, like, oh my gosh, Peter, you wouldn't believe there were these types of people, these types of cars, or these types of things, and my mind is kind of blown.
Honestly, like, you walk outside the hotel and there is 20 cars lined up, all different kinds, Ferraris and Lamborghinis, and I don't even know the names of all these vehicles. And the other crazy thing, we went dune bashing, and we were in brand new Toyota Cruisers, and they only last for 2 years doing these dune bashing. Like, it's crazy. So, like, and honestly, I don't even know how much this trip costs our company, but they pulled out the stops, like, over and over and over and over. Every single thing we did was like the top of the creme. Like, we literally had our own boat to ourselves. We had our own dinner in the middle of the desert, where like they laid out carpets and pillows and champagne, and then brought the camels to us. And then tonight, I mean, the last meal of the night, we go there at 9 o'clock at night because our flight was leaving so late. We went to the tallest, biggest revolving restaurant in the world for dinner tonight, like, and had like top-notch food. Like, yeah, I honestly am so blown away by this company. I can't believe what they've done for us. And really, all it is me sharing my story and helping other people share their story. Like, I just can't believe that I can have this life and keep doing it. And while I've been here, I've been making money this whole time, and I haven't worked at all.
Right, exactly. Yeah, your business keeps growing. So as your business keeps growing as a result of that sort of stuff, it's not like you had to take off, it's not like you lost money by coming or by going. So
exactly.
In relationship to the trip and the relationships and the friendships, how do you think that's going to help you when you come back home build your business so it's going to actually grow even further?
Well, basically, like, how this works is every single person I've met is not technically connected to me, but because now I've gotten to know them really well, we all can help each other. We all can help each other share our story with our teams. And what's really unique about our company is we have a global bonus where even though they're not underneath me or above me, we still benefit from each other. So, for instance, if someone was here from Australia and they did a call for me, not even if they did nothing for me, I make money in Australia every month. I get a bonus check from what's happening in Australia or wherever else we're in this world. So technically, the company has set it up that if we help each other, we get paid even more. And that's like really unique. There's no other multi-level marketing company in the industry that has that.
Wow. So in relationship to your experience, like when you said your dad got sick, now all of a sudden you have to, fly, you have to go there alone. What were some of the things that were racing through your mind? Like you said, the loneliest trip on the planet. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my! It's really easy to whip yourself into an emotional frenzy. When I say you're good at stuff, like if you're really good at building stuff up, you're really like, oh shoot! Now here I am, the trip of a lifetime, if you will, and I'm going to be by myself. So how did that transform itself by the time you hit the door over your boss?
Oh my gosh! Well, what happened is we showed up in Dallas. My dad met us because he lives in the States. I don't get to see my dad very often. I see him about twice a year. So that's why I picked him to come on this amazing trip. So we show up in Dallas. He actually wanted to go out that night. And I'm like, Dad, we have a whole week together. Let's just chill out tonight, and we'll do it. We'll do it the whole time in Dubai. And then what happened is I put earplugs in, went to sleep. He was up all night with a gallbladder attack. And he was in so much pain. Yeah. And so then he was scared to get on a 14-hour flight. Going there, it's less hours. But so anyway, he decided he couldn't come. And so I went downstairs. Well, actually, first I called Sherry, our lady that takes care of all our stuff, and instantly she booked my dad another flight home, got that all taken care of. I come downstairs, and everyone's like, they're just, I can't even explain it. Like, it truly is like a family. Like, I was super sad. Like, I'm talking, like, many times started crying and, you know, that kind of thing. And every time someone would hug me and you're part of us. And, like, to be honest, it was actually a blessing my dad didn't get to come. It sucked that we didn't get to experience this together. However, I was able to get to know each couple. There was 15 couples on this trip, and I was able to get to know every single couple on a deeper level because I made a conscious effort to get to know them. And the stories, and you know how I do the live prayer stuff and the coaching. Well, to be honest, Peter, there's not a lot of people in my world that actually really get me or understand me. And it's mind-blowing how many couples understood me on this trip and got me on this trip and had my back on this trip.
Excellent. Most importantly, how's your dad now?
He's had some more attacks, so that hasn't been great. But you know how God always makes things happen for a reason. Well, he's selling his golf course, and it just so happened that if he wouldn't have been home, deal would have probably completely crashed. He needed to be home to finish his deal off. Yeah. Oh,
good for him. Good for him. So, number one, I'm glad he's okay. Number two, he's going to go. At least he's here to get the medical attention he deserves. You don't need to be having gallbladder attacks in the middle of a big ocean, if you know what I mean. So it's kind of good that it worked out that way. And you know, the one thing about leaders like you is, you know, you take whatever happens to you and you kind of make it work okay, and then whatever happens, you usually make it work better. So whatever you're thrown at or whatever's thrown at you usually wind up maximizing it and turning around. That's what builders do. That's why we call it, for those people listening in, that's why we call it building fortunes. People take what they're given and they build something bigger from it, and you were able to do that. And that's not a motivational speech. That's the way you live. That is the way you live. And I'm sure a lot of those other people, too, really enjoyed the company that they would have had with you, because they might have felt a little bit like, you know what, she's with her dad. Let them enjoy themselves. You know, they don't see each other too much. You know what I mean? We'll kind of be a little bit aside, their own thing. Yeah. And then you would have missed all those experiences. So everything kind of works out to everyone's advantages as it goes. Okay, got about 2 minutes left because we want to be able to do this for replays later on. Is there anything else you want to mention or Heather wants to mention as well?
I just want every single person that's listening to this show right now, if this is something that you want, I said this on my homepage yesterday, the only thing getting in your way is you. We have the right products, the right company, the right corporation, the right team that's always supporting. And honestly, if you can't make this business happen, it's you, and that's it. There's nothing else except for what's going on in your head. So the sky's the limit with our company. So
then I think we're done. Do you want to pass Heather over to say anything if she wants to close it up?
She's too far away.
Okay, no problem. Okay,
she's in the lineup. They're waiting for me to check in. Go. We're going to catch you next time, everybody. Thanks for being here. You're on Building Fortunes Radio.
You've been listening to Building Fortunes Radio on buildingfortunesradio.com. Thanks for listening. Be sure to check us out every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time for the designated Building Fortunes Radio segment with Peter Mingles. Be sure to check out the buildingfortunesradio.com website for our featured segments. It's been our privilege to have you listen in. At Building Fortunes Radio, we wish you the success you deserve and are willing to work for. So spread the word, tell a friend, join our newsletter, and go make a difference in your world.